Today I'm going to show you how to do a rivet for a preformed rivet. These are brass. To do a stock rivet would be a different technique. So this is just for preformed. So here's my leather strap. I'm going to put my pre-drilled buckle plate onto the strap and get it centered. And then I'm going to use my punch to just mark those two holes in the leather so I know where I'm going to pre-punch my holes. Then I'm going to grab my softwood. You can see the holes, they're tiny, but they're just enough to give me a guide. I'm going to grab my softwood and use my punch again to just punch those two holes, because this will make hammering the rivets in a lot easier than if I don't pre-punch. There you go, those are the holes. So now I'm going to take my buckle, put it up so it lines up again. And if it's a double buckle, make sure that you have it oriented correctly and the tine is in the right orientation. So now I'm gonna use my fingers as a guide. You can use tweezers as well. And just hammer that rivet all the way through into the softwood. These are shorter rivets, so using my fingers is a bit annoying, so I'm going to switch to pliers in the next. There we go. Yeah, pliers or tweezers makes your life easier when your rivets are short. Really struggling with that rivet. And again, I'm just going to hammer right into the softwood until they're both flush. And I'm making sure that I'm hammering through both sides. You can check that before you start. So there we go. There are the tips of my rivets have come through. And now I'm going to put them on my hard surface. Now I'm not worried about a little bit of flattening in the top domes of my rivets. If you are, you could put a little bit of soft leather or thin leather down underneath them. I'm just going to snip them, and I'm snipping them right at the base because I really don't need a lot of metal proud of the surface, and the angle of the jaws will give me as much as I need. If your jaws are really big, you might need to file them down a bit more, but you shouldn't. And it should be well set if you hammered it into the softwood. So now we're ready to rivet. I'm just placing the rivets down on my anvil or whatever your hard surface is. It should be metal, or you might be able to get away with concrete, but I don't recommend it. And I'm just choosing which rivet, and I am using mostly the flat face of my hammer and going around in a little circle as I hammer to get a flat rivet that overlaps around the drill hole. It's very important to have the right size drill hole. If your drill hole is too big, you will not have an easy time getting your flare. If you want a prettier rivet, you can use the bar side of your hammer and create a more of a dome effect. But for something that's on the back, I don't usually worry about that. I just want stability. And there you go. It is riveted. They haven't flattened too much. My buckle works fine.